For the holidays this year, I'm releasing sample episodes for both Songbirding Serenades and Songbirding Monthly, both normally Patreon exclusives. I hope you enjoy. So this is Songbirding Monthly, December 2021. Right now I'm at Taquanyah Conservation Area in Halton County, but you're going to hear a segment from here and a segment from Valens Conservation Area earlier this month, and a little bit from the end of November in Valens Lake as well. This month the monthly is going out to everyone on the public feed and Patreon. Normally this is a Patreon exclusive, but December I'm bumping up everything, so the public feed will get Songbirding Monthly and Songbirding Serenades, and the patrons will all be getting some works in progress. That will include some recordings I made during summer solstice of 2021. And if you have any feedback or anything, you can email rob@songbirding.com. Hope you enjoy. Taquanyah Conservation Area. It is a little windy here today. I'm amongst some of the pines here. Hearing some cardinal calling, and there is some light vocalizations from blue jays. A whole bunch of them around here. It's an unseasonably warm day. About 15 degrees Celsius right now, which I don't think I've ever experienced in December ever, let alone mid-December. A little bubbling from golden crown kinglets here. That might be hard to hear because it's a little windy. There we go. Getting pretty close to me. Little bubbly sounds, high-pitched, occasional ring, ring, ring. Some distant jays making a lot of noise. Some chickadees here as well. As you can tell, quite windy. Very unseasonably warm day for mid-December. closer to the chickadees now. Sounds like there might be a brown creeper here too. It's a mixed flock. Blue jays are unhappy with something. Gonna go wander over, see what that is. Could be just a squabble between them. But I'm gonna check and make sure it's not maybe an owl or something like that. Other predator. I don't think it's going to be an owl, because if it was, these chickadees would be a lot more vocal. Definitely brown creeper in here somewhere. Hearing it. And a blue jay. And there is a golden crown kinglet vocalization. That ring ring. Chickadees are pretty worked up about something, though. Might just be the warm weather. And the wind. Gonna have to be more vocal to be heard. Blue jay call. It's extremely muddy here today. This place is usually somewhat muddy, but the amount of rain, sudden warm weather, everything melting, just made it way more mucky. can't even take some of the trails here, even with my waterproof hiker, so I'm gonna need rubber boots if I want to come back deeper into here. Okay. That sounded kind of like a trumpeter swan, but it's just a couple trees rubbing against each other. I was very confused for a second where a trumpeter swan would come from out here. As in here, it's kind of windy out. I'm intentionally staying in some sheltered areas because the mic can't really take much wind. Even with the windscreen, it is always going to be super sensitive. And wind shelters like this are exactly where you're going to find birds. They have problems with the wind too. Although because today it's a warm wind and not a cold wind, it's going to have less of an effect on where birds are. They're still going to avoid windy spots, but just not as much. They don't want to get thrown around by the wind, but at the same time, it's pretty sunny out now. It's warm. They might expose themselves to the wind for brief periods of time just to get some sun. This is Valens, eh? Never seems to fail. I pull up the recorder and here shows up an airplane right then. It starts circling. Now the second one. ring-billed gull. So I'm at Valens Lake and it's starting to ice over somewhat. Some ring-billed gulls calling here, lots of ducks. Mostly mallards, but there's a couple widgeons, a pintail, some shovelers. And I think I just heard winter finch fly over. I don't know why in my head I can't place which one it is. Might be a redpoll. And she seems sharp enough for a siskin. It is heading in the direction of where I expect redpolls would go. There's also some trumpeter swans here too. There's about 20 of them here. I think there's some tundra swans on the other side of the lake as well. So I heard them earlier. Oh, do hear a widgeon fairly far off. There's one here somewhere. See a pintail here. I just have a flock of cormorants going overhead. About 20, but they're very, very high. Migrating. Never actually seen a flock that high up before. It's a fairly high cloud ceiling today, and they seem to be just below that. Okay. I think that's a chipmunk or squirrel. Some chickadees here. Okay, I'm coming up on where I am hearing American widgeon. I have a rather unique duck sound. Very dog toy-like. rubber duck kind of thing. If you think of one of those rubber duck squeak toys, it can sound kind of like that. Of course, there are trumpeters here too, to compete against for sound. Some dogs, occasional airplanes. There we go. Let's see if I can get a better angle. It still seems quiet. There we go. I think I see where these ducks are. It may just be a pair. Okay, I see about 4 or 5 widgeons now. I've got 2 muskrat on the shore. Just kind of sitting there, digging in the mud. A crow, lots of Canada geese. A lot of duck activity here. Sounds like all mallards. Lots of Canada geese further off. Red squirrel. What I can't tell just yet. Oh, there we go. Now I can tell. This is an incoming flight of Canada geese. So we get a better angle here to see and listen. Red squirrel. Belted kingfisher too. Very quiet, but it's out there. Trumpeter. So that was about 300 Canada geese coming in. And they're not close to me. They are probably about 1 kilometer away where they landed. Some trumpeters. Oh, I found her kingfisher. It's not too pleased with me. I only gestured towards it and it flew off. Very touchy species. Does not even like being looked at. Okay. So, I think I'm near done with this section. I'm going to try the north section where previous years had crossbills and things like that. See if they've arrived en masse yet. Last week I had a single individual. Maybe its friends have shown up, I don't know. But what I'll do is, if I don't find any, I will attach to this that recording of a lone crossbill, white-winged crossbill, as part of this episode. Even though it's not technically December, it's okay. It's extremely close to December. It's like November 30th or something like that. No, it's the 28th. But still pretty close. Some interesting honking sounds. This may be it. We got a fairly vocal white-winged crossbill here. Fortunately, we have an airplane circling as well to compete against.